building safety recap. So I found this great little short-term tiny studio with an Intel PT something device engineer. He's obviously brilliant. Too brilliant to rent for me. Well, city's got a bunch of assessments because nobody would fix anything. The whole building is in somewhat of a turmoil. Nobody knows whether or not to pay rent. Supposedly people are coming by in a little while to put stuff on our door about a city inspection. So I'm stoked because the people need relief. They've been gouged irreparably. I'm not even plucking my eyebrows. And I love studying law, so I get to study landlord law. And I think what is most fascinating to me about what one might call e-slumlording or electronic slumlording is that there's a huge sort of like bombardment of advertising avenues. Like the unit I'm renting is still posted because he's planning on high turnover by reprehensible practices, by excessive rents, by just like whimsical, retaliatory, accusatory, like fake evictions, scare tactics, etc. Soap Toshi Pen is his corporation. Sunny Seaside LLC is his other corporation. His actual name is Muhammad, 2 N's A-D. Shahryar, which I take to mean like enforcer of the Sharia. Shahryar Akbar. And all I know, he's lived in Texas. He's from Bangladesh. For all practical purposes, people think he's Indian. He's a very petite man. He has very good skin. I'm thinking he could be 38. He could be 35. But I think he could be 48 and just look very young from eating a good diet. His new manager is Sean Harrington. Or no, not Sean Harrington, it's my friend Sean Rafington. And, yeah, we get to go to court. 23rd. Because the manager misled me into thinking we would have a meeting where we would discuss what my rent redemption was for my temporary manager gig. And they're just leading me on because they need to blow off steam or whatever. And then the apartment we applied for, or my friend applied for, is just like delayed. And so we're like stuck in limbo, needing to have a deposit. And then Mr. Akbar threatened to steal the deposit, and then he refused to pay, and then he got just super nasty and threatening and harassing and like constant email and texting, which basically the whole nightmare really started in January when I looked back at my email account to realize, God, he like harassed me into renting this. I didn't really want it though. I'm not sure what he wants. But maybe he gets it. The river is very beautiful outside, so if you can do something with the land or restore the property. He's got some great city officials with expertise, and even though everybody says demolish it, maybe it's savable. I called John Gutenberger. He was like, oh no, it's not a thing for flippers. And all my stuff is in storage. I could just walk out right now. I really should, except it's a little cold out there. I'm not trying to be inconvenient. It's like, how many surgical procedures? Oh, and we've got another medical procedure. 3 days surgical, medical. The 4th surgical medical procedure my partner has to endure, and a long transit, medical transit, right before this guy wants to throw us out. It's really unfortunate that he's so nasty. Like that, I told him, no, he has surgery. You can't just throw him out. We have surgery. Like, we had agreed a month and a half, 2.5 months. But this is anger related, and this is retaliation, and this is, misogyny, etc. So I would just genuinely be advised that unless you're a connoisseur of bad landlording or want a different understanding of the, I just enjoy life. I don't know. I sat in this very chair and made my stalking order application for the creepy Parks District guy who attacked me. So I feel a great reverence for this sacred space in which I've declared my freedom from unwanted male sexual energy and harassment. So this creepy thing where I had to be threatened with violence by his employee 1 month ago, it's just kind of heaping on me that men run in gangs. They like to bully women. They like to pile on women. Once one man has bullied a woman, say like, Mr. Duffy bullies me, then Skylar wants to bully me, and Darren Gooch wants to bully me, and Michael Hinton wants to bully me, and maybe Alan Evans wants to bully me a little too. It's the same mentality that goes behind a gang rape. In this instance, yeah, it's a creepy abusive maintenance man, a creepy landlord, oh no, his creepy new apartment manager. And none of them want to be honest or fair. They just want your money, they want to rip you off, they want to abuse you. Financially, first. Number one. That's all they wanted, was to abuse you financially. And I got in the way of their financial abuse by demanding they perform their function, which is their side of the Oregon landlord law. I'm like, oh my god, I love all those judges up in that courthouse. Yeah, bring me a courthouse. It's gonna be fun. Somehow I'm just not worried. Because I have so much documentation. I have city letters. Oh my god. It would just be nice if some of these I want a place with a pool. Can I stay at the beach and have a pool? Oh yeah, I'm looking at that one tomorrow. Life is good. It's a learning experience. They never read the don't mess with Mary Ann bylaws